Discover the transformative power of Zen and the art of NLP. A lot more success with a lot less stress on Transformation Talk Radio. Every Thursday at 9:30 a.m. Pacific, Dr. Steve Simpson combines the principles of Zen philosophy with the techniques of neuro-linguistic programming to help you achieve your goals with ease and tranquility. Whether you're seeking personal growth, professional development, or improved relationships, this show offers practical strategies and insights to navigate life's challenges with a calm and focused mindset. Get ready to embrace a new level of success and serenity. Zen and the art of NLP starts now.
Certainly does. Hello, everyone. Okay, today we continue our journey into the profound teachings of Zen Buddhism, and we learn more about the second noble truth. And more importantly, we learn how to use it. And it's all about avoiding the trap of desire. The second noble truth identifies craving as the primary fuel that perpetuates our cycle of suffering. It illuminates the deep-seated human tendency to grasp fleeting pleasures, resist unpleasant experiences, and cling to a false sense of self, all contributing to our ongoing discontentment, so they say. By applying the wisdom of the second noble truth, we can cultivate a more balanced and mindful approach to happiness and success. This involves shifting our focus from external achievements to things like inner well-being, managing craving and aversion through mindfulness and conscious choices, and embracing the impermanence of all things, because then we can experience greater peace, contentment, and true fulfillment. If you do this right, you will glide through life like a swan on a calm lake. However, if you do it wrong, your life will be like an out-of-control wheelie bin in a storm. So we can't have that. No wheelie bins on this show. I'm Dr. Steve Simpson, and you are listening to Zen and the Art of NLP on Transformation Talk Radio. Today, as we delve into the dark side of our desires, we'll also explore how the principles of neuro-linguistic programming, known as NLP for short, and Zen philosophy intersect with this journey, and they do. These insights will inspire you and provide practical tools for personal growth and inner peace. Zen is a state of calmness, attentiveness, and tranquility. It shares a common goal with NLP to enhance personal development, boost performance, and improve communication, and of course, many other things too. Someone with a Zen attitude approaches a situation calmly and with a focused awareness, because this is the home of peak performance and the source of massive results. And this is what my clients come to me for. Today's headline topic is the second noble truth, the trap of desire. Now, we always have three quotes if we have time for them, and I choose them pretty carefully to kind of highlight and summarize some of the things we're going to be talking about. And the first one is, do you know what author Brian Tracy thought about desire? He says the key to success is to focus our conscious mind on things we desire and not things we fear. Well, I'm sure we all agree with that. I hope we do it. Do you know what playwright George Bernard Shaw thought about desire? He said, or he wrote, imagination is the beginning of creation. You imagine what you desire. You will what you imagine. And at last, you create what you will. I guess that's another way of talking about visualization. And finally, do you know what novelist Walter Scott thought about desire? Success. Keeping your mind awake and your desire asleep. I like that. It's short and to the point. And the source of these three inspirational quotes is from brainyquote.com. So stay with us for the next 30 minutes and let us help you experience that sweet spot of mind, body, and soul to embrace a new level of success and serenity, helping you achieve a lot more success with a lot less stress. Please post your questions and comments, and I'll do my best to answer them in the final part of the show. And you can also call us now at our live call-in number. Yes, this is a live show. The number is 1-800-930-2819. And this is your chance to engage directly with a topic and share your thoughts with our audience. And remember, you're not alone on this journey. We're here to support you every step of the way, and we haven't lost anybody yet, and we're not planning to. To remind you, today's headline topic is the second noble truth, the trap of desire. And we are now ready for our next adventure, and we'll dive again into the profound depths of our brains. And I warn you, as I do every week, that you may never think the same way about yourself again. You'll think better. And you've got two choices. You can turn back or you can be brave. Trust me, I'm a doctor. More importantly, I'm a world-renowned lizard trainer. So let's get started right now. Step 1 of 3 introduces the second noble truth and why we almost always fall into the traps of desire, because they're everywhere. Step 2, when we get onto it, explores some of the primary desire traps waiting for us to fall into. And step 3, the important one, shows us how to use the second noble truth to be wealthy, healthy, and happy. And I'm sure we all do. Hopefully some of you already are. And it also includes, towards the end, a 3-minute guided meditation. This will connect you to the most profound wisdom of the unconscious mind. You just sit back and trust your wisdom to connect all the dots and do all the heavy lifting for you. So you don't need to take any notes. You don't need to learn anything. These will be taken care of by your unconscious mind. And these lessons are not just theoretical. They can be applied in practical situations to achieve more success with a lot less stress. So let's get started. Step 1 of 3 introduces the second noble truth and why we almost always fall into the trap of desire. At its core, craving arises from a fundamental misunderstanding of reality. We tend to perceive the world through the lens of our desires and our aversions, constantly seeking to acquire what we like and constantly to avoid what we dislike. And this creates a perpetual state of dissatisfaction, as our desires are never fully satiated and our aversions are never entirely eradicated. The second noble truth invites us to examine this pattern of craving and understanding its profound implications for our well-being. Now we can move on to step 2 of 3, and there are 3 primary types of desire traps. The first type, craving for physical pleasures. This encompasses the desire for pleasurable experiences through the 5 senses that we have, such as delicious food, beautiful sights, pleasant sounds, and comfortable sensations. And while these experiences can bring temporary joy, they're inherently impermanent, like everything else, and ultimately lead to dissatisfaction when they inevitably fade away. The pursuit of sensual pleasures can become a never-ending cycle as we constantly seek new and more intense experiences to satisfy our cravings. The second type of desires, craving for existence. This refers to the deep-seated desire to continue existing, to perpetuate our sense of self and identity. It manifests in our attachment to our bodies, to our possessions, relationships, thoughts and beliefs, and many other things too. This craving for existence fuels our fear of death and our resistance to change, creating a sense of anxiety and insecurity. It would. And the third type of trap is the craving for non-existence, which means we'll find out. This represents the desire to escape from unpleasant experiences or to eradicate aspects of ourselves that we dislike, if only we could. It can manifest as a desire for oblivion, self-harm, or even suicide. And this craving stems from our aversion to pain and suffering, but ironically, it often leads to further suffering as we become trapped in a cycle of self-destruction and avoidance, and none of this is going to happen to us. These 3 types of cravings are interconnected and reinforce each other. Our craving for sensual pleasures, that can fuel our desire for continued existence as we seek to perpetuate the experiences that bring us temporary joy. Similarly, our aversion to unpleasant experiences can lead to a craving for non-existence as we strive to escape from the pain and suffering of life. Just remember, we're always only ever one thought away from a better thought. Step 3 of 3 shows us how to use the second noble truth to be healthy, wealthy, and happy. Because this, the second noble truth, states that craving is the root of suffering. It might seem counterintuitive to pursuing happiness and success. However, understanding and applying this truth can paradoxically lead to a more fulfilling and balanced life. And here's 2 of the 4 ways to show. We'll do the other 2 later on. Number 1, the first way, redefining success and happiness, shifting focus. The second noble truth encourages us to reconsider our definition of success and happiness. It emphasizes the importance of inner peace, contentment, and freedom from suffering as accurate markers of well-being, rather than the external achievements and possessions that we lust for. Sustainable happiness, by recognizing that chasing fleeting pleasures and external validation leads to temporary satisfaction at best. Or we can shift our focus towards cultivating inner qualities like compassion, gratitude, and mindfulness, which we have more control of and which lead to a more sustainable and lasting sense of happiness. And the second type of traps are managing craving and aversion. The first way to do this is mindful awareness. Developing mindfulness allows us to observe our cravings and aversions as they arise without getting caught up in them. We've got choice. This awareness creates space for conscious choice rather than impulsive reactions driven by desire or aversion. It empowers us to be in control and self-aware, leading to a more balanced life. Setting healthy boundaries is part of this. Understanding the second noble truth helps us to set healthy boundaries to pursue success. For example, it encourages us to avoid excessive ambition or attachment to outcomes, which can lead to stress, burnout, and dissatisfaction almost always. Instead, we can focus on the process and our efforts rather than the results, and be open to adjusting our goals based on our well-being and values. Cultivating contentment by practicing contentment with what we have and appreciating the present moment, we can reduce the constant striving and dissatisfaction that arises from craving. This allows us to experience greater peace and joy in our daily lives. And you are listening to Zen and the Art of NLP with me, Dr. Steve Simpson. We're going to take a swift break, but before we do that, take a moment to think about these 4 questions. What is your greatest gift? You probably know this, but you might not. A lot of people take these things for granted. If you're not sure, ask somebody you trust, a friend, family, and they will tell you in a second what your greatest gift is, because they can sometimes see things that you can't. The second of the 4 questions, what's the one thing that you desire the most? There's nothing wrong with desires. What's the one thing that you desire the most? And if this aligns with your greatest gift, you're off to a great start. But not so much with this one, the third big question. What's the one thing that is stopping you from achieving it, your desire? If you can find out what's stopping you, then you're 80% of the way there to getting rid of it and finding a strategy that will help you. And the fourth one, which is a bit unusual, it's what is the one thing that you want to share with others? The reason why this is a bit different, because the other questions were all about ego, amigo, and all that, and aspirations, and me. This one, it's not at all. It's the opposite. What can I share with others? How can I help other people? What can I discover with other people? What lessons can I share with them? And when you do this, you raise your frequencies, and these frequencies will bounce around the universe and resonate with some people. And you will get the benefits from it. Trust me, this is a lot easier than it might sound. Stay tuned. We will be right back, helping you achieve more success with less stress. And we are right back, and I hope you enjoyed pondering those 4 big questions during the break. The best way to find out more about me and my work, and I hope you do, is to check out my website, drstephensimpson.com. Sign up for my free weekly newsletter and discover plenty of other free stuff to explore, including the popular Zen Doctor and Poker Genius podcast channels. If you feel rich, and I hope you do, and if you don't, I hope you're soon going to be very, very rich. There are also some things you can purchase like books, hypnotic audio books, and the various coaching programs that I offer. And now we are ready to complete step 3 of 3 using the second noble truth to be healthy, wealthy, and happy. And these are the final 2 ways. I did the first 2 before the break. Now here we go for the last 2. Making conscious choices, values-driven actions, aligning our actions with our core values rather than being driven solely by external rewards or recognition leads to greater purpose and fulfillment. And this also helps us avoid actions that might bring temporary success, but ultimately contribute to long-term suffering. Healthy relationships are part of this. The second noble truth guides us towards cultivating healthy relationships which are founded on mutual respect and understanding, rather than fostering attachments based on clinging or dependency. And this allows us to experience genuine connection and support without suffering from unhealthy attachments. Mindful consumption. I know you're going to like this one. By practicing mindful consumption and recognizing the impermanence of material possessions, we can break free from the cycle of craving and the relentless pursuit of more, thereby reducing unnecessary suffering. For instance, we can practice mindful shopping. Don't throw things at the screen. Considering an item's necessity and long-term value before purchasing, rather than buying impulsively or to satisfy a craving for novelty. Embracing change and impermanence. And part of this is the 4th one, and part of this is adaptability. Recognizing the impermanent nature of all things helps us to develop adaptability and resilience in the face of change. It's a weapon to confront our challenges with greater ease and grace rather than resisting what is and creating unnecessary suffering. And closely related to this is letting go. By learning to let go of attachments to outcomes, expectations, and even our sense of self, we can experience greater freedom and peace. This allows us to flow with life's currents rather than clinging to rigid ideas and creating resistance and suffering. And it's surprising when people let go, they often perform almost always much better than they did when they were trying so hard. By applying the wisdom of the second noble truth, we can cultivate a more balanced and mindful approach to happiness and success. This involves shifting our focus from external achievements to inner well-being, managing craving and aversion through mindfulness and conscious choices, and embracing the impermanence of all things. We can experience greater peace, contentment, and true fulfillment. Step 3 of 3 has shown us how to use the second noble truth to be healthy, wealthy, and happy. And now we will put these priceless Zen secrets into practice with a guided meditation that will join the dots and release the wisdom of your unconscious mind. Let's get started now. Begin by finding a comfortable seated position. Close your eyes or soften your gaze. Breathe slowly and a little more deeply than usual. Feel your body relax with each breath. Now bring your attention to the present moment. Notice the sensations of your body in contact with the chair or the floor. Feel the rise and fall of your chest as you inhale and exhale. Reflect on the second noble truth. The origin of suffering is craving. Consider the various forms of craving: the desire for pleasurable experiences, the longing for things to stay the same, and the aversion to unpleasant feelings or situations. Recall moments in your own life where craving has led to suffering. Perhaps you've experienced the disappointment of unmet expectations, the frustration of clinging to something changing, or the pain of resisting what is. Observe how craving arises in your mind and body. Notice the subtle sensations of tension, restlessness, or agitation that accompany it. As you breathe, cultivate a sense of acceptance. Accept that craving is a natural part of the human experience. It doesn't define you, and it doesn't have to control you. With each exhale, gently release any clinging or aversion. Let go of the need to grasp pleasant experiences or push away unpleasant ones. Now, shift your focus back to your breath. Observe the gentle flow of air in and out of your nose. Anchor yourself in the present moment, letting go of past and future worries. As you breathe, cultivate a sense of contentment. Recognize that true happiness doesn't depend on external conditions or fulfilling every desire. It comes from inner peace and acceptance. Remember that this meditation is not about suppressing craving. It's about developing awareness and understanding to make wiser choices and to live a more fulfilling life. Take a few more deep breaths, allowing the insights from this meditation to settle within you. When you're ready, gently open your eyes and carry this sense of awareness and contentment with you throughout your day. And may this meditation help you to loosen the grip of craving and to find greater peace and freedom. Remember, meditation is a practice. With consistent effort, you will develop a deeper connection to your inner stillness, finding moments of tranquility and clarity amidst the busyness of life. Whether seeking enlightenment, inner peace, or a deeper understanding of oneself, Zen offers a path of self-discovery and awakening that transcends cultural boundaries. Its timeless wisdom and profound simplicity resonate with those who are seeking a more meaningful and fulfilling life in the modern world. Okay, just time for a quick question or two. Are all desires considered craving? No, they're not. Not all desires are craving. Basic needs like food and shelter, they're natural. I think we need to be craving those. Craving arises when desire becomes excessive, attached, or unrealistic. How does craving lead to suffering? Well, it creates a cycle of wanting, getting, and then wanting more, never truly satisfied. It fuels aversion to what we don't want, causing further discontentment. Okay, now it is time for the top tip of the week. The second, and this is it, the second noble truth. It doesn't mean we should never want anything. It's about understanding the nature of desire and not letting it control us. We can still have healthy aspirations for sure, but without attachment to outcomes. Follow the process and the results will follow, because this is the easy way to a lot more success with a lot less stress. So we're going to have a great show next week lined up for you at the same time. Be there and invite all your friends and everybody else too, even the people you don't like. Have a great week. Make massive progress on your projects. And most importantly, have almost too much fun. Goodbye for now.
You have been listening to the Zen and Art of NLP. A lot more success with a lot less stress. Tune in every Thursday at 9:30 a.m. Pacific on Transformation Talk Radio as we dive into the depths of your unconscious mind and awaken your intuition, unlocking hidden talents and supercharging your personal and professional relationships. Continue embarking on a stress-free journey towards unparalleled success by subscribing to future episodes and stay updated on the latest content. Easily share these captivating shows with your loved ones and create meaningful connections. Book a personal session with Dr. Steve Simpson to delve deeper into the topics that resonate with you. You can visit his website at drstevensimpson.com.